Yo, what's up, YouTube? Charizma here, and I got time today, all right? And I got the energy too, man. I'm off of a Red Bull, so and you know what I'm saying. I got a couple wings right now. That's all I'm saying. So today I'm taking the time out to respond to as many comments as I can today on this video that I put out a couple of months ago. Oh man, this is why I don't power scale. The video hasn't even gone that viral yet, but it's been receiving a lot of attention in the past couple of weeks. So I'm gonna respond. I'm here for the smoke. Let's read some comments. Luffy will mop the floor with both of them at the end of One Piece. Yeah, I responded to this one. I said he gotta beat the roided out Gyarados first. That's certainly true. It's given very biased to Naruto. I mean, if we're being real, I grew up on Naruto, but I actually like Bleach and One Piece more than Naruto at this point. Luffy is faster than light, LOL, and he should be continental to multi-continental. Multi-continental. I think I responded to this one too. I said, where he is now, could Luffy defeat any Yonko? The reason why I said that is because, again, bro, I said it in the video. Luffy still can't destroy an entire island of his own power. One Piece, we're at chapter like 10, 20 something at this point. The final battle between Luffy and Kaido still has not started yet. Maybe after that, after Luffy finally defeats Kaido, I'll be singing a different tune. But for right now, man, like, again, Luffy still can't do what Big Mom could do to all of Totland just when she's hungry. Like, she can literally just destroy the entire island if her family doesn't stop her, right? Whitebeard can level an entire island the same way that he did Marineford. Luffy just doesn't have feats like that yet, you know, yet. I'm not saying he can't get there. Bruh, why does no one mention Baryon mode? Like, seriously. Well, I wasn't really talking about Boruto in this video, but you're right. Baryon mode is kind of broken. Yeah, sorry, mate, but you downplayed Ichigo severely. I think if you actually paid attention to Bleach, you would know that Ichigo is far stronger than you make him out to be. So yeah, Ichigo claps Naruto and Luffy. I mean, look, man, I will concede, okay? I surrender! Since putting out this video, I have like overlooked a couple of things in Bleach, but then again, I feel like I downplayed both Naruto and Ichigo in this video. So say what you want to say. Ichigo might be a little bit stronger than Naruto, a little bit faster than Naruto, but it's not like Ichigo stomps Naruto. Luffy, yeah, but like it's not, trust me, it's not as cut and dry as you make it seem. I think you downplay Ichigo quite a bit. Even in the Soul Society arc, he was able to tank a planetary blast, being the Sokyoku that has the power to destroy the Soul Society. So, okay, yeah, great point, my friend, and I liked it. And did I respond to it? Yeah, I did respond to it because I completely forgot about the Sokyoku. Like, I'm gonna be real, bro. It changes the argument a little bit, but it's still like, all that means is that Ichigo was planetary far earlier than Naruto was. And even then, like, the Sokyoku destroying all of Soul Society, it comes off to me, the way that it was described, like one of those collateral damage things again. It was like a million Zanpakuto inside it, right? All of that energy just flowing around freely would cause the destruction of Soul Society, but it wouldn't be like the Sokyoku pierces the ground and makes the planet explode. Like, no, just that amount of power just roaming freely would cause the destruction of Soul Society, and especially with Aizen at the helm of it. To say that the Sokyoku is strictly planetary, like, maybe, but even then, like, I would compare the Sokyoku to the Bijou. Again, maybe not the level of the 10 tails and the 9 tails, because again, like, they could literally 2 Bijou Damas and that's it for the planet, right? But the Sokyoku, like, I don't know, it's tricky, Brett, it's tricky. I did forget about the Sokyoku feat, so you got me there. Oh, here we go. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Magna Z the Annihilator. Like, clearly this guy does his homework. Look at this. Ichigo absolutely stomps effortlessly. You completely ignored all of his feats, which prove that. I will list 17 feats here for you. 17 feats. I'm going to break down every single one of these 17 feats. Let's go. Number 1, you didn't examine the size of the Las Noches fortress that every Espada is stated to be able to destroy with one shot of the Gran Rey Zero, and Ichigo was smacked by it in the face back in the Hueco Mundo arc. Ulquiorra's feats ranges from continental to multi-continental, okay? Destroying Las Noches from the inside ranges up to solar system level because it contains a star. Ichigo completely overwhelmed Ulquiorra and tanked his strongest attack. So right off the bat, the reason why I was so shocked at the solar system part is because, I mean, Las Noches is a solar system, guys. Isn't the whole like inside of Las Noches, first of all, isn't Las Noches itself like the size of a country, first of all? And then the inside of it with the sun, like that's not a real sun, bro. Like when have we seen anybody fly up into the space of Las Noches? You can't. You go through the roof and then you're in the real Hueco Mundo. Like that's not a real sun, bro. The inside of Las Noches is a simulation, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's a simulation by Aizen to kind of replicate like the sky in the human world or Soul Society, right? Like it's not a real sun, bro. The continental to multi-continental part, I'll say continental max, and that's like second release Ukiura, like Vasto Lourdes, Ichigo. That's what I'm talking about. And still, I would argue that the Bijou are around that level, but I digress. Number 2, you didn't examine Kenpachi casually one-shotting an asteroid half the size of Seirete, and the size of Seirete is directly given in the manga. This feat ranges in DC from moon level to multi-planetary. Multi-planetary to moon level in DC, a feat which Ichigo scales past. So you telling me that Seirete is the level of an entire planet? And not even just that, but like I know it's hard to quantify how big the meteors were that Madara summoned down, but they could definitely one-shot the entire Hidden Leaf Village, which is the size of a small country. Seirete is about the size of a large country to maybe continent level. It's not the same level of DC, but that's still like shattering heaven. Definitely Madara's multiple meteors could do that amount of damage and more some. So yeah, moving on. Number 3, you didn't examine Yamamoto being able to destroy the entire Soul Society by doing nothing. I already talked about this in the video, bro. Yamamoto is planetary. We went over this. Number 4, you didn't examine Yuba's casual feat of transporting the entire Seirete to the Soul Palace faster than the speed of light, as well as altering the entire Soul Palace dimension, moving the continent worth of landmass far faster than light with TK, which is scaled to be multi-planetary levels worth of energy, okay? Altering the entire Soul Palace dimension ranges from solar system to universal levels of DC, a feat Ichigo scales to casually. I mean, you said it yourself, a continent worth of landmass. That's about how big the Soul Palace realm is, right? Like, it's no bigger than Seirete. In fact, I would argue it's smaller than Seirete, at least in volume, population. Come on, bro. Yuhaba built a castle, you know what I'm saying? How is this a dimension? How can you quantify this entire space as a dimension? This is a new dimension as much as Kami's Lookout is actually in heaven in the Dragon Ball world, right? To reach the Soul Palace, all you gotta do is fly really high up in the sky. Number 5, you didn't examine Aizen's Kido capable of crushing you to atoms with enough gravity to distort time and space. So he's talking about Hado number 90, Kuro Hitsugi. A minimum black hole level of DC effortlessly tanked by Ichigo. So first of all, and I've seen this a lot, right? Kuro Hitsugi is not a black hole, bro. I've been seeing people trying to reach and call it a black hole, but it's like a cube or a cell of intense gravity, right? We've seen Kuro Hitsugi 3 times in the series. Once against Komamura in the beginning, the weak version. The one that got negged by Ichigo. And then the one when Aizen first came back and destroyed Mimihagi, right? In all of those situations, the only things that were ever affected by Kuro Hitsugi were, you know, the opponents or the targets that it was being used on. Nothing in the surrounding area. Well, besides the last one, but that, for this to be the most powerful version of a black hole level attack, I think it would have to leave a far bigger crater than this, right? Like when Aizen used it against Mimihagi, it destroyed Mimihagi, obviously, and some debris, some rubble, but like, if this was truly a black hole level attack, nothing would be left. There would be no debris or rubble left here. There would be way less ground left. There would be no ground. There would be no air. There would be nothing here. Everything would be deleted. There were people watching on the sidelines, right? I think there was a couple captains and lieutenants. Shuhei, I remember Shuhei being there. He said something like, oh, it's crazy, this amount of power, or Ryatsu or something like that. If it was a black hole, their sense of time and space would even be distorted, even being close to it, right? Because it's a black hole. If you're looking at it from afar, it looks like something being sucked into it will forever not be able to reach it, because the sense of time is just thrown all out of whack, right? Like but I'm going on too long about this. If you want an attack comparable to a black hole, Chibaku Tensei, Planetary Devastation, that has the properties of a black hole. It might not be as powerful as Kuro Hitsugi, but that's a different debate. Moving on, you didn't examine Ichigo casually one-shotting Yukio's dimension, which is a solar system-sized dimension, at minimum containing a sun and a moon. So see, this is what I'm talking about, bruh. Dimension is used so ambiguously in the Bleach series. Everything is a dimension in Bleach. Hell is a dimension. The inside of Las Noches is a dimension. The Soul King's realm is a dimension. The Caja Negacion, the little prison cell that Grimmjow used on Ukiura, is a dimension. Like, everything in Bleach is a dimension. So let's get into quantifying the size of this, right? Again, we've never seen these characters travel to this sun that's off in the distance. Well, let's not even take it that way. Let's talk about Yukio's ability. Theoretically, at least, Yukio's ability is to create a video game world and to pitch you in a video game world and to have full control over this space. That inherently means it's not a real world. It's a simulation. Even Yoruichi, when during the 1,000-Year Blood War, was like, oh, Riruka's power is the ability to put things within things like a container, and Yukio's ability is to control all of electricity, right? And Yukio was like, yeah, well, it's not quite right. You know, Yoruichi was kind of joking a little bit, but Yukio wasn't like, oh no, she's just wrong completely. That's not it. No, it was, well, you're kind of like half right kind of thing. So it's akin to virtual reality. We even see Yukio controlling the game on an actual PSP. Unless you're telling me that this is some kind of divine PSP crafted by the Soul King himself, then from what we see in the story, this is just a regular PSP, a real world PSP that I used to play, you know, Midnight Club 3D on and shit. So that's like at max a third dimensional level attack. We even see how it's drawn in the manga. It looks like a top-down 2D game, like the old school Pokemon games. So regardless, the word dimension being used here is very ambiguous. Like, this is a wank, bro. This is a wank. It's a wank. You didn't examine Kisuke's feat of summoning 9 black holes with his Kido, which was only able to restrain base Aizen for a couple of seconds. Ichigo scales past his feet. For a second, I thought he was talking about the Kido that he used to seal Aizen and separate the Hokyoku from him, but he's talking about base Aizen. So this must be from like earlier on in the series. I mean, honestly, you got me there, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe I'll add this in post-production if I, you know, find what he's talking about. But I don't remember this. 9 black holes. Certainly sounds interesting. You didn't examine the fact that the Quincy were stated to be able to destroy the entire universe twice in the very first arc of Bleach, which Ichigo scales past them. So with this, they weren't talking about raw power, right? They were talking about, you know, causing an imbalance in the world, which the collateral damage of would result in the collapse of the universe. Again, man, quotes like that. And all right, I'm gonna try not to go on a rant, but I feel like with Bleach, a lot of people take statements and certain quotes from data books or from characters, and they take that shit and they run a mile with it. But with Naruto, it's always about destructive capacity. What did he destroy? Oh, we only see him cutting mountains. We don't. Where does Naruto destroy a planet? Like, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. You didn't examine Grimmy's feat of creating an entire universe and then tossing it at Kenpachi. So yeah, I was talking about this before. Like, this is, how can you quantify this? How can you quantify that this one fucking sheet of space is equivalent to an entire universe? It's probably like the same amount of space as the Caja Negacion for all we know. We never see it. So to say that, oh, this is the size of a whole universe, like, no, bro, I'm sorry. It's not a universal level feat. Grimmy is not universal. I don't care what you say. I'll stretch him planetary, maybe. Then examine Ichigo being able to block the Sokyoku. I already talked about that. You then examine Senna's feat from movie 1 of stopping 3 universes from crashing into each other, a feat which Ichigo scales past. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it's been a minute since I've seen the first Bleach movie. I don't really remember this either. I want to say like Senna was only able to do this because, you know, she like absorbed a shitload of souls or something. I don't know, man. Again, what you want me to do? Like, yeah, sure, Ichigo scales past this feat by the end of series, but I've already established that in the video. You then examine Vasto Lord Ichigo's feat of destroying 4 levels of hell in one blast. Yeah, but again, it's not like a universal level feat, bro. Like, again, that's some planetary shit. You're not gonna get me to budge on this whole Hell and Hueco Mundo and the Soul Society are all like one planet, and the living world are all like one planet. Like, yeah, it might be a planet with a couple stars and shit in it, but it's not like a whole, I'll say galaxy levels max, bro, max. You didn't examine the fact that Vasto Lord Ichigo was stated to be powerful enough to bust the entire dimension of hell, which hell is stated to contain an entire multiverse within it in a Bleach. That, come on, bro, it's no. You then examine that the Fullbringer aura was powerful enough to take control of all of the matter within the Garganta in the Bleach novel Can't Fear Your Own World. By the way, the Garganta is a 5D hyperspace, okay, which all of the universes of Bleach verse are contained within. Shown in Bleach chapter 625 for your information. Ichigo scales past his feet. So I just want to say that the novels are my weak point. You kind of kicking me in my Achilles heel right there, because I kind of started reading the Can't Fear Your Own World novel, and then I just haven't finished it. So yeah, I'm sorry. But I haven't really read that many Naruto novels either, if any. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there's like a Momoshiki or a Kaguya feat out there somewhere that I could use to refute this. But I'ma just throw up my hands on this one and say you got it. It's a good point. I need to finish Can't Fear Your Own World. You didn't examine Kenpachi and Cien's feat of threatening the entire Garganta during their battle and stuff. Oh wait, no, wait, because the whole 5D hyperspace thing, right? So that's what I wanted to address. How is the Garganta 5D, bro? 5D. That means you would have to be beyond or outside time. Don't the Arrancar have an ability that you can literally watch live feeds of other realms? That seems kind of weird, right? And then there's travel time. When Ichigo and Unohana left Hueco Mundo, that was the same time that Kenpachi and Byakuya and Mayuri and all of them arrived, which was, you know, right after they split up from the rest of the captains that went to Fate Karakura Town. And the amount of time that it took Ichigo and Unohana to reach Fate Karakura Town, the whole battle against the top 3 Espada happened. So at least some time has passed, right? Even if time flows differently in the Garganta, sure, it's still some type of time, which means that it's still bound to a 4th dimensional universe. So it can't be 5D. Next. Yeah, that was the Kenpachi and Cien thing. Again, I haven't really read Can't Fear Your Own World. Or no, this was from the other novel, Spirits Are Forever with Us. See, yeah, I gotta step up my novel game. So maybe whenever I do this again, I'm not doing this again. Who am I kidding? You didn't examine Bleach chapter 627, page 2, which directly states that Yuaba is powerful enough to bust the entire Garganta, who Ichigo scales to empower. I feel like this is somehow tying to that whole 5D thing, but again, Max, we're talking about like busting a galaxy here. You didn't examine the Bleach novel Can't Fear Your Own World. Here we go again, where it states that the Soul King formed the entire Bleach cosmology, including the Garganta, and that Yuaba was stated to have all of the Soul King's powers since he absorbed him, and that Ichigo is relative in power to this Yuaba. So I haven't read Can't Fear Your Own World, but I can respond to this by saying that Can't Fear Your Own World is referring to the Soul King in his prime, full power. By the time Yuaba absorbed the Soul King, first of all, it was in pieces, not the whole Soul King, but also it was only the remnants of his power that was left after thousands upon thousands, I think like millions of years or some shit, of lying in a near-death state. Yuaba only absorbed a fraction of the Soul King's power, so that's why I don't feel like he's on the same level as the prime Soul King. Is he incredibly powerful enough to control 3 separate dimensions and, you know, cause the destruction of the entire Bleach cosmos? Sure. Does that make him as strong as prime Soul King? No. If you want another example, prime Soul King was able to create and control the entire Bleach cosmos of his own power, of his own volition. Here's the thing that a lot of people, I guess, don't like to acknowledge about what Yuaba did. Yuaba didn't really, he destroyed the Garganta of his own power. Sure, I'll give him credit for that. But all that was essentially removing the pin that held, you know, the entire structure together. If I'm destroying a car, right, and I destroy it by punching it with my own power, that makes me car level, right? But if I destroy a car by removing the brakes and letting it roll down a hill, or by hitting the car with an even bigger car, like a fucking semi truck. Does that make me car level? No, I'm using other means to destroy the car. So that's what I'm saying. Yuba didn't destroy the entire Bleach cosmos, or he wasn't going to destroy the entire Bleach cosmos of his own power. He got rid of all the mortar in the brick house, which caused the house to fall. Again, even if Ichigo might be faster than Naruto, I still feel like Naruto is more hacks, or at least definitely a higher battle IQ. You know, like Naruto is a much smarter fighter than Ichigo. Even with great disadvantages, Naruto can still win by using unorthodox methods like farting in his opponent's face or something like that. But yeah, all right, so let's finish this comment. You literally ignored all of these feats. Well, not anymore, my friend. Which without a doubt prove EOS Ichigo is effortlessly backhanded Naruto and Luffy. Luffy maybe, but he's definitely not backhanding Naruto, man. Like, again, well, look, man, I concede, okay? I concede. I may have downplayed, I think Ichigo and Naruto, both of them I downplayed, but I definitely downplayed Ichigo a little bit because I didn't even mention the Sokyoku thing. But is Ichigo backhanding Naruto? Is he stomping Naruto? No competition? No, bro, it's very debatable because Ichigo may be stronger than Naruto. Ichigo may be faster than Naruto, but that does not automatically grant Ichigo the win. Naruto, while being one of the dumbest characters in his verse, have shown on multiple occasions that he can outsmart opponents way smarter than him, and that he can, you know, outsmart and outmaneuver opponents that are way stronger than him. I mean, I appreciate you, my guy, but yeah, I wonder what Seth the programmer would think of this versus video. Honestly, if Seth debunks my video, then nigga, we made it.
Nigga, we made it.
All right, I got a timestamp. 6:21. Look how slow that shit is. How is that light speed? Let's see what he's talking about. He's talking about the storm release light thing. Cinematic timing. What else you want me to say? Like, if we're looking at this literally, then yeah, I'm faster than the storm release light thing. God, I could die. I could fight. Yo, I could fight Jubi Madara, bro. Charisma God level confirmed. Ichigo for sure the strongest. Look, bro, I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. When's that Gintama openings ranked video? Already out, my friend. Go check it out. This is what I'm saying. Naruto just being a shinobi, being a tactical advantage is almost enough. So yeah, this is shout out to Lisa, because this is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, Ichigo is not a smart fighter, bro. Naruto on multiple occasions against opponents that completely outclass him has shown that he can suffer great damage, near-death experiences multiple times. He can fight for days, hours on end, and never run tired. When have we ever seen Naruto, like, exhausted or out of chakra? Like, this isn't Kakashi we're talking about. Nature energy, yeah, but even then, shadow clones. And then I always love to go back to the battle against Neji. Neji was far more powerful than him, far smarter than him, and you know, outclassed Naruto in every way. Ninjutsu, especially taijutsu, genjutsu, everything, you know what I'm saying? But yet Naruto still won. Why? Because he's just that crafty. All it takes is for him to get hit Getsuga Tensho once or twice to be able to figure out a way around it. And, you know, with shadow clones and yin yang chakra, Naruto can heal himself and all of that. He can even take a few hits. Even if you want to be super strict and anal about it, like, no, only the stats matter to me. Ichigo is stronger, he's faster, Ichigo wins. It still isn't a clap. It still isn't a stomp, because Naruto as a fighter, as a shinobi, even being one of the dumbest in his verse, is still an incredibly smart fighter. So yeah, man, long story short, I think I'm gonna stay away from power scaling, or at least power scaling Bleach, because this is the mess that you find yourself in, guys. Until next time, leave a like if I'm all right, subscribe please, because I'm broke. Every Dragon Ball opening ranked from worst to best, it's on its way. And yeah, who knows if I'll do another power scaling video in the future. I probably won't play it as seriously as I did this one, because yeah, man, I don't like the person that this is turning me into. I don't like feeling at war with Ichigo, one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, you know? I don't like this, bruh. I don't like this. I just like to enjoy my anime, okay? So Yeah, man. For now, I'm out. Sun time.